ancient Greece, a name that resonates through epic tales, magnificent temples, and philosophies that reshaped humanity's perception of the world. As the birthplace of democracy, groundbreaking philosophical thought, and timeless works of art, ancient Greece forged a legacy that left an indelible mark on civilization. From the legendary exploits of the Trojan War to the philosophical debates within its academies, ancient Greece was not only the cradle of Western civilization but also an endless source of inspiration for future generations. Let us embark on an extraordinary journey through this remarkable civilization, where gods and heroes were not merely mythical figures, but symbols of values and ideas that continue to teach us today. The origins of ancient Greece are closely tied to the development of early civilizations in the Eastern Mediterranean, particularly on the islands and peninsulas of this region. The formation and growth of ancient Greek civilization were not singular events, but the result of a complex interplay of historical, cultural, and geographical factors. Located in the southern part of the Balkan Peninsula and surrounded by the Aegean, Ionian, and Mediterranean seas, Greece's strategic position established it as a major hub for trade and cultural exchange. This location also made it a meeting point for various civilizations. Its extensive coastline and numerous islands facilitated interaction, commerce, and the emergence of independent city-states, polis, laying the foundation for one of history's most influential civilizations. Pre-Greek civilizations included the Minoan civilization, circa 3000 to 1450 BCE. The Minoan civilization, flourishing on the island of Crete, is regarded as one of the earliest advanced civilizations in the Mediterranean region. The Minoans were renowned for their art, architecture, and trade. Palaces like Knossos stand as testaments to their remarkable development. The collapse of the Minoan civilization is often attributed to a massive volcanic eruption on the island of Thera, Santorini, which triggered devastating tsunamis. However, some studies suggest that the gradual decline of Minoan society may also have been caused by invasions from other civilizations, such as the Mycenaeans. The Mycenaean civilization, circa 1600 to 1100 BCE. Following the decline of the Minoan civilization, the Mycenaean civilization rose to prominence on the Greek mainland, particularly in Mycenae, Tiryns, and Pylos. The Mycenaeans were a warrior people known for their impressive architectural feats, such as the fortified palaces of Mycenae and cities with thick, protective walls. The Mycenaeans are famously associated with the Trojan War, an event immortalized in Homer's epic, the Iliad. This period marked the emergence of many cultural elements that would later define Greek civilization. Although the Trojan War was long considered a myth, archaeological discoveries, including the ruins of Troy, have provided evidence supporting the historical basis of the city and the conflict. After the fall of Mycenaean civilization, circa 1100 BCE, the collapse of the Mycenaean civilization marked the beginning of the Greek Dark Ages, a period characterized by a decline in culture, technology, and trade. Despite these challenges, the Greeks preserved core cultural values and gradually began to revive artistic expression and written language. By the end of this period, independent city-states, or polis, started to form and develop, laying the groundwork for the rise of ancient Greek civilization. Emergence of the city-states, polis. Beginning in the 8th century BCE, independent city-states flourished, each with its own government, military, and legal system. Among these, Athens and Sparta became the most significant and influential. Athens, the birthplace of democracy. Athens is celebrated as the birthplace of the world's first democracy, where free citizens participated directly in political decisions. This democratic system not only revolutionized politics, but also profoundly influenced philosophy, science, and art. Art and architecture. Athens produced iconic works, such as the sculptures of Phidias and architectural masterpieces like the Parthenon. Philosophy. The city was the intellectual hub of ancient Greece, home to legendary philosophers such as Socrates, Plato, and Aristotle, whose ideas shaped Western thought. Trade and economy. Located strategically along major trade routes, Athens thrived as a commercial powerhouse, engaging in trade across the Mediterranean. Under the leadership of Pericles during Athens' Golden Age, the city reached unprecedented levels of power and prosperity. Pericles championed the arts, expanded democratic principles, and oversaw the construction of enduring monuments. Athens became not only a military and political force, but also a beacon of cultural and intellectual achievement in the ancient world. Sparta, on the other hand, was renowned for its military system and strict discipline. They developed a society centered around the military, with rigorous training for citizens and warriors. Here, citizens were trained to become elite soldiers from a very young age. Sparta's education and military training system was one of the key factors that enabled this city-state to maintain power and prosperity for centuries. Although not as strong in commerce as Athens, Sparta had a robust economy based on agriculture and slave labor, helots. This allowed them to sustain a powerful military force. In addition, there were Corinth and Thebes, other city-states with distinct cultural and political characteristics. Several factors influenced the development of ancient Greece, including geography, trade and interaction, politics, and military. The mountainous terrain of Greece caused communities to live in isolation from each other, leading to the development of independent city-states, each with its own culture and political system. This also resulted in competition among the city-states, which spurred innovation and creativity in fields like art, science, and politics. Regarding trade and interaction, ancient Greece maintained close ties with other major civilizations, such as Egypt, Mesopotamia, and Phoenicia, particularly in areas like trade, art, and scholarship. Contact with these civilizations helped Greece rapidly advance in culture and technology. In terms of politics and military, each city-state developed its own political system. Athens, in particular, was the birthplace of the first democracy, while Sparta had a monarchy and a military-focused system. Wars such as the Greco-Persian Wars and the Peloponnesian War shaped the history and development of these city-states. The Greco-Persian Wars, 499 to 449 BCE, were among the most significant events in Greek history. When the Persian Empire invaded Greece, the Greek city-states, particularly Athens and Sparta, united to defeat the empire in pivotal battles such as the Battle of Marathon, 490 BCE, and the Battle of Salamis, 480 BCE. These victories not only safeguarded the independence of the Greek city-states, but also elevated Athens' prestige, establishing it as a leading power in the Greek world. The Peloponnesian War, 431 to 404 BCE, was a prolonged conflict between Athens and Sparta along with their respective allies. Athens, with its wealth and naval power, clashed with Sparta, known for its formidable military forces and vast territories. The war concluded with Sparta's victory, but it left both sides significantly weakened, paving the way for the invasion by Macedonia. In the 4th century BCE, Macedonia, a kingdom located to the north of Greece, became a powerful force under the leadership of Philip II. His son, Alexander the Great, took over and created a vast empire, conquering regions from Greece through Persia to Egypt and India. Alexander the Great not only expanded the territory, but also established a Hellenistic culture, blending Greek and Eastern civilizations. Greek influence spread throughout the region, profoundly impacting subsequent civilizations. During its period of prosperity, Greek culture flourished and left a lasting legacy. In art and architecture, the Greeks created magnificent architectural works, and their sculpture reached high levels of sophistication. Temples were the most distinctive architectural structures of ancient Greece. Architectural styles like Doric, Ionic, and Corinthian became prominent symbols. The Parthenon in Athens, built to honor the goddess Athena, is a prime example of ancient Greek architecture. The ancient Greeks also developed famous sculptures, particularly of gods and heroes. Greek sculpture is noted for its idealization of the human form, with famous works like the Discus Thrower by Myron and the Statue of Zeus at Olympia by Phidias. Ancient Greek painting primarily appeared on pottery, with motifs depicting myths, warfare, and daily life. Red and black figure pottery served as evidence of the development of visual art during this period. In philosophy and thought, great philosophers such as Socrates, Plato, and Aristotle left profound influences on philosophy, science, and politics. They founded many theories on ethics, logic, politics, and nature. Socrates developed the method of questioning and answering, maieutic, to stimulate thinking. Plato, Socrates' student, founded the academy and developed theories about the ideal world and moral forms. Aristotle, Plato's student, contributed to almost every field of knowledge, from logic to biology, ethics, and politics. The Greeks also made important contributions to the development of science and mathematics, astronomy, and medicine. Pythagoras and Euclid laid the foundations of mathematics. Archimedes, one of Greece's greatest mathematicians and engineers, invented many theories and tools, including principles of livers and mechanics. Greek scientists like Aristarchus also proposed theories about the universe, suggesting that the sun, not the earth, was the center, though this theory wasn't accepted until many centuries later. Hippocrates, known as the father of medicine, introduced principles of medical ethics and scientific methods of treatment, separating medicine from mythology and religion. In sports and religion, the ancient Greeks placed great importance on athletics, which was a key element of their culture. The Olympic Games, first held in 776 BCE in Olympia, were more than just sporting events. They were also an opportunity for city-states to showcase their strength and unity within the framework of honoring the gods. Religion played a central role in Greek social and cultural life. The Greeks believed in a pantheon of gods and goddesses, each with unique powers and responsibilities. These deities were worshipped in grand temples and through various rituals. The main Greek gods were centered on Mount Olympus, led by Zeus, the king of the gods. Other prominent deities included Hera, Zeus's wife and the goddess of marriage, Athena, goddess of wisdom and war, Apollo, god of light and the arts, Artemis, goddess of the hunt, Poseidon, god of the sea, and Aphrodite, goddess of love and beauty. Greek mythology is a rich collection of stories about gods, heroes, and mythical creatures, such as the tales of Hercules, Odysseus, and the Trojan War. These myths not only explain natural phenomena, but also reflected Greek social values and ethics. Religious rituals were a significant part of Greek culture and included festivals dedicated to specific gods. Examples include the celebrations of Zeus at Olympia, the Olympic Games, the festivals of Dionysus, god of wine and revelry, and other ceremonies like the Parthenon festival in Athens, which honored Athena, the city's patron goddess. These rituals and festivals underscored the profound connection between religion, daily life, and community in ancient Greece. In terms of commerce, ancient Greece, particularly city-states like Athens, thrived economically due to its advantageous geographical location and major ports such as Piraeus. Greek products like wine, olive oil, seafood, and pottery were widely exported to other nations, stimulating economic growth. Greece was also one of the first civilizations to develop coinage, simplifying trade and transactions. Eventually, in 146 BCE, Greece was conquered by the Roman Empire and became part of this vast empire. However, Greek culture continued to exert a strong influence on Rome and on subsequent Western civilizations. There are several common misconceptions about ancient Greece. One of the biggest misunderstandings is the belief that Greece was a unified nation. In reality, ancient Greece consisted of many independent city-states, each with its own government, military, and legal systems. Prominent city-states such as Athens, Sparta, Corinth, and Thebes competed and cooperated with each other, but there was never a unified Greek state. Another misconception is that Greece was the only civilization to thrive in the West. While ancient Greece had a profound influence, other civilizations such as Rome, the Etruscans, and others in Europe and the Middle East also played important roles. A third misconception is that Greece's success was due to a single, unified culture. While there were similarities, the Greek city-states had distinct differences in their political, military, and social systems. Ancient Greece was not only a great civilization, but also an endless source of inspiration for the modern world. With its significant contributions to philosophy, art, science, and politics, the legacy of ancient Greece continues to deeply influence today's cultures and societies. Their values of freedom, knowledge, and creativity live on within us, reaffirming the enduring place of this civilization in human history.